The Golden State Warriors are about to expose the NBA. As you all know, we are currently in the All-Star break, but coming into the second half of the season, the Golden State Warriors are planning to make a huge run for the playoffs. So in today's video, we're going to be going through 5 reasons why the Golden State Warriors are going all the way to the playoffs and also to win another NBA championship and expose the NBA. So we're going to be going through that in today's video, so make sure to like this video, and if you want more Golden State Warriors content like this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hitting that red button down below. So let's get straight into the first reason, and the first reason being Gary Payton II is back to the Golden State Warriors. Now, as you all know, Gary Payton II is injured for a little bit of time, but he will be coming back very soon after the All-Star break, which was mentioned by the Golden State Warriors staff. Now, he did suffer an injury to his core, but he was playing through it with the Portland Trailblazers, so it doesn't seem too bad that it isn't going to be a season-ending injury. So we're all very excited to see Gary Payton II back. So far this season, he's actually averaging 4.1 points, 1.5 assists, and 2.6 rebounds. So those are some pretty good stats, especially playing with Portland, where he only played 15 games and was only averaging around 15 minutes a game. However, if we go back to his peak Golden State Warriors, which was just last season, he was averaging 7.1 points. He actually had 3.5 rebounds and 1 assist a game. And those are the stats we're going to be seeing from Gary Payton II once he starts playing with the Golden State Warriors once again. And I think it is going to be very exciting to have him back and for him to really provide a lot for this team. The second unit is looking very good, and with Jordan Poole currently playing in that first unit due to the fact that Stephen Curry is injured, having GP II really run that second unit is going to be important because he knows what it's like to win a championship as well. He's got that championship DNA, he knows what it takes, and he knows how to take that second unit along with other players to that next level. And I think it is going to be a huge impact, especially when it comes playoff and championship time, to have Gary Payton II, who's such a great defender and is also able to provide scoring here and there at times. He definitely was more of the better defenders back last season with the Golden State Warriors, and I think he is going to be doing the same. He's going to have a lot of matchups where he's going to have to guard some of the best players, and it is going to have a huge effect on this team on winning more games. Like I mentioned before, the Golden State Warriors have actually fell into the bottom half in defense, where they currently rank 24th in defensive ranking, and if you don't remember, last season they were actually ranked number 1. So this is very important to understand because it definitely seems that losing players such as Gary Payton II, Otto Porter Jr., and JTA definitely take a huge hit on their defense. But the fact that we have Gary Payton II back is going to be massive, and I think it is going to help the defense really substantially, especially for that second unit. We do have a lot of great defenders in the first unit, such as Klay Thompson, Andrew Wiggins, Draymond, Kevon Looney, and I do think where we have seen a huge dip in the Warriors defense is definitely with that second unit. Now that Gary Payton II is back, I think it is going to be a recipe for success, and a lot of NBA teams are definitely going to be scared of this second unit when it comes to their defensive abilities. The second reason is that Stephen Curry is coming back very soon. Now, as you all know, there actually has been an announcement from the Golden State Warriors staff that Stephen Curry is going to be returning shortly after this All-Star break. So there are a couple of days left before the Warriors are back on the court, and we could see Stephen Curry back in NBA and back in the Golden State Warriors uniform more sooner than we think. Now, so far this season, he's been absolutely balling out, where he's averaging 29.4 points, also getting 6.3 rebounds and also 6.4 assists. So he's been absolutely balling out, and the last time he put these types of numbers up was back in 2015 and 2016, which is pretty much peak Steph Curry. Now, as you all know, the Warriors is basically Steph Curry, and I think having Stephen Curry off for the last couple of games, obviously, you know, we have won some, but we also have lost some, and it would be great to have Stephen Curry back into play and back to doing what he does best. So I think it is fantastic to hear Stephen Curry is coming back very soon, and it will be huge, not only just for the Warriors in general, but to get him used to the new updates to the team when it comes to adding Gary Payton II, with James Wiseman leaving and all these different things. So there has been a lot of different movements and a lot of different roster changes that have happened to this team, and I would love to see how Curry can implement the way he plays into this roster. However, Klay Thompson obviously has played fantastic, but Stephen Curry is obviously, you know, the main guy for this team, and I do think it will be great to have him back in order to make a run and a push to the playoffs. So far, the Golden State Warriors rank around 9th or 8th, and you know, they are pretty much one win away from getting into the top 6, and then also one loss away from getting back below the top 8. So it really does go both ways. Golden State Warriors are in that position where they're probably going to make the play-in, but they do want to have a guaranteed spot, and they would prefer that. So in order to do that, they definitely have to start winning more games in this second half of the season, and Stephen Curry is definitely the guy that can do do that. He's done a fantastic job so far this year, and the fact that he is already 34 years of age and is still playing at such a strong way is honestly great to see, and it is fantastic, and it does give a lot of Warriors fans hope that he can definitely continue to play at such a high level. I think Curry can still be the star for this team for the next couple of years, and it will be fantastic to see what he continues to do when it comes to the rest of the season. What I do think he has done fantastic for, especially for this Warriors team, is definitely his scoring presence. A lot of people thought it would have fallen off with more stars joining or other people starting to come into their way, such as Wiggins, Klay Thompson kind of being back, and also Jordan Poole getting those max extension contracts, so he's definitely playing a bit more harder. But there is a lot to it in that sense, and I think Golden State Warriors as a whole has definitely leaned on Stephen Curry to provide that scoring, and he has definitely answered the prayers. What I do think as well that Stephen Curry has done very well that we haven't really seen in his game before is definitely his rebounding. Guys, he actually ranks top 3 in the team for rebounding at 6.3. There's Kevon Looney at the top, then Draymond, and then Stephen Curry. And sometimes Stephen Curry has actually been above Draymond Green when it comes to rebounds. So it's a different part of his game that he has added, and I think it honestly has done wonders for this team. It's really provided a lot, and the fact that Stephen Curry can rebound, and he's also a bit more stronger in the paint, so he's able to play defense very, very well. And I think also having him back would actually help increase the defensive team as a whole. The third is Patrick Baldwin Jr. getting more game time. Now, as you all know, Patrick Baldwin Jr. is a rookie, but he has had a big potential of being something special. He has put on some pretty good games where he's gotten over 10 to 15 points, and I do think Patrick Baldwin Jr. has been given a role ever since James Wiseman got traded that he may be given a bigger role for this team. So far this season, he's averaging 5 points, 1.3 rebounds, and 0.2 assists. However, he has had games where he barely gets any play time or just pretty much plays garbage minutes, so it's really hard and difficult to actually judge that, but I do think he has done a fantastic job for the amount of time he's been on the floor. He continues to really surprise us with his game, what he's able to do when it comes to scoring, off the wing, maybe in the post, and also more than that. But I do think Patrick Baldwin Jr. has the potential to be something special, and him playing that small forward position at times will be fantastic for this scene. Now, when it comes to Patrick Baldwin Jr., he is still very young, so he does have a long way to go. He does stand at 20 years of age, but he does stand 6'9", 222 pounds, and also moves a lot like a guard, which is fantastic to see. So PBJ has a lot to him, and I do think over the next rest of the season we will see a lot more of him and what he's capable of, and I think it is going to be fantastic not only for his development but also for the team, for the Golden State Warriors. They definitely could use someone that has pure scoring in their game from the bench, and I do think PBJ can definitely be that guy. Yes, he may be young, but like I mentioned, the Golden State Warriors have enough veterans to be able to help him grow. You got DiVincenzo coming off the bench, now you got Gary Payton II, JaMychal Green's also a great veteran, and some of them also do have championship experience as well. So he'll be able to really fit in right well and be able to blend with the way he plays, as his play style matches the Warriors and what they're trying to run, which is basically run and gun and a lot of threes. Reason number 4 is we're going to see the dynamic duo of Donte DiVincenzo and Gary Payton II. Now, I'm very excited about this because DiVincenzo was supposed to be the replacement for Gary Payton II, and now they are on the same team. So I think it's going to be fantastic to see both of them in the second unit, and especially when Stephen Curry comes back, that means Jordan Poole is also going to be back with that second unit. So you have Jordan Poole at point guard, we got Gary Payton II at shooting, and then Donte DiVincenzo at small forward. Now, I don't know about you, but that is a very, very good second unit, and I think they are destined for greatness with what they have. DiVincenzo so far this season has been bowling out, where he's now averaging 9 points a game, also grabbing 4.1 rebounds and 3.3 assists. The last time he put up these numbers, he was with the Milwaukee Bucks, and he won an NBA championship with them. So I think DiVincenzo has been fantastic so far, and now that he has his replacement now being teammates with him, which is Gary Payton II, they are going to be a recipe for success. And add Jordan Poole to that mix, and you just got a whole bunch of scoring that is definitely needed. So the second unit has definitely gotten a lot stronger ever since Gary Payton II has come back, and I think it will help this team go further, especially into the playoffs time. Playoffs is a very interesting time because playoffs really, although they have great starting fives, it really does come down to how well the second unit minute plays and if they have longevity throughout the whole game. So that's something that these three players, DiVincenzo, Gary Payton II, and also Jordan Poole can combine for. And I think it is going to be exciting to see them all playing together, especially for the Warriors. They all have the same type of vision, the all same type of play style where they can really mesh well together. We have seen how well GP II meshes with this team, and I do think DiVincenzo has slowly come into his way so far this season and has improved substantially ever since he started with the Golden State Warriors. So it is looking very exciting. I think it is going to get more exciting as time has gone on and they get more and more playing time together. I really do see maybe DiVincenzo's scoring does a bit down now that Gary Payton II is back. However, I think defensively they are honestly going to be very hard to play against due to the fact that they have so much defense at their fingertips. The fifth reason is that Klay Thompson can go back to his usual role. Now, I think Klay Thompson has done a fantastic job ever since Stephen Curry has gotten injured in providing a lot more scoring. He's had a lot of games above 30 plus points, which was fantastic to see, but you can definitely see it is taking a toll on Klay, and he does have his off games here and there. One reason may be he is still coming back from two major injuries over the past 2 seasons, and I do think he needs still a little bit more time to get back to where he was before that. And I do think on top of this, guys, Klay Thompson isn't really made to be the star player due to the fact that he doesn't have too many dribble moves in his bag. Now, don't get me wrong, Klay Thompson can give you a bucket, he can give you 30, 40 like I always mention, but I think having Stephen Curry there and Klay Thompson in tandem is really where Klay Thompson shines. And that's one of the reasons why they work well so together and why they are called the Splash Brothers for a reason. But I think it is fantastic to see that with Steph Curry coming back very soon, Klay Thompson will definitely provide a lot what he has been doing, which is 21 points per game, 3.9 rebounds, and 2.5 assists. So Klay Thompson isn't exactly where his numbers were before, back before the injury. However, he is getting very close, and I do think give Klay Thompson a couple more months and he will be back to his peak performance. So thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon. Peace.